Previously on Metaphor ReFantazio. Be on the lookout for scaffolds heading to Luis's quarter. And so I died. Fucking the end, dead boy. Do not forswear your Tony Hawk skills on lacking, king. Shut up, lady. And now back to Shin Megami Hacker Persona Overlord. Full body HD remaster. Hello! NicoB! Back with some more Metaphor ReFantazio. When we last left off, all right, after 800 days of waiting and hanging out with friends and talking to this one shopping merchant who sells me shit on days and traveling the world and taking a bunch of shits, it's finally high time to enact our plan against Luis and find the Krabby Patty secret formula or something. And no sooner do we separate from our group and during the soiree than everything just start kind of going wrong. The ship takes off, it tilts over, forcing us to have to hover our sword our way across the wings of the ship, which is pretty badass. And no sooner do we make it into the office than, oh God, we're discovered by Judah. But wait, she's a friend? Maybe? Oh God, Gludel's here now and he heard us. We're so fucking fucked. Also, Luis knows that there's a rat among us. Oh God, it's over. It's game over, guys. But thankfully, Gludel's a big stupid idiot. Even though he's got the upper hand, he still accepts a duel from us, which by the way, that's the reason why we were able to hurt him. Apparently this was mentioned before. I guess I must have missed this, but apparently, yes, you can bypass the king's curse by two sides if they accept a duel. Then they can hurt one another. And wouldn't you know it though, Juna, who turns out to be Grius' other person on the inside, awakens to her own archetype, the masked dancer, basically Persona archetype. Nice. And after nuking Glodell and his stupid dog, our duel is over. But Glodell ain't having that shit. No, naughty boy. The duel ended, you lost, bitch. And oh shit, he gets choked the crap out. Wow. Yeah, another thing is mentioned, apparently this is mentioned only mentioned, I think, in the memorandum, that essentially the more you struggle against the king's magic, it can kill you, essentially. That's why that happened. Looks like Glodell didn't read the memorandum of that either. But lucky for us, that means we can keep up our facade around Luis, claiming that Glodell was actually the rat. And with that, Juna decides she's gonna join us aboard her ship as our new member. And with the formula in hand, we now need someone to be able to decipher it. So we decide on Rella, who hasn't been revealed yet, but is apparently Juna's sister, as we saw in the cutscene before. So we're gonna see if she will be willing to help us. I gotta say, I saw a lot of really great comments this last episode, by the way, like some really good ones. And a lot of them were discussing what a great scene it was between Stroll and Luis, and it really was. Yeah, I'm really digging the writing in this game, dude. Like, I think the writing in this game is like actually some of Atlus's best. It's really good. And what makes it so good is the nuance. There's so much nuance to the game's story between character motivations and like desires and what they're trying to accomplish. And it's very like the game trusts us to figure it out, essentially. It isn't really shoved in your face. And I feel like at times in a lot of previous Persona games, like bad guy motivations and things they want and happen like can be kind of basic, and they're pretty just like, yeah, you know, I'm just a big flaming evil dickhead, right? Why am I doing it? I don't know. I'm just a huge shithead. So I appreciate Luis's his candidness is just kind of like refreshing. It's kind of so just like, what the hell? But then you realize why he is that way. He's just, to him, this is like, it's like a no-brainer. It's just like, he's just so confident that his ideals are right. And it's an interesting thing because his ideals are essentially that anyone has the right to be the one in control if they're strong enough, right? It's a weird kind of equality where if you're the strongest, you deserve to be the ruler. But at the same time saying that, yes, anybody should be willing and able to become that strong person. And if you die because you were weak, well, that's just part of the game here. And he sacrifices the people of Halia in hopes that, yes, we're going to show that this is a threat. This is a necessary evil in order to get myself in power, right? Like nothing is off the table for him. But again, it doesn't feel like this is being done out of malice. Like he really feels like he actually is trying to fix what is arguably a pretty shitty world that we're in. He's basically the tell it like it is kind of leader. And I really, really dig it. I also thought Juna's awakening was really cool too. I liked the fact that she's a Nydia, and Nydias have generally seen as sort of the two-faced ones, right? And so she gets the power that essentially puts a mask on and uses that power as a facade in a way. That's clever. But one of the things I asked about last episode, 'cause I was sort of like on the fence now, where I was like, I don't know, like people were saying Alonso's was one of the best one, but I'm like, I don't know if I totally buy it that he like just sort of trusts us now. Like to me, it almost the story almost feels like it's happening, like we're getting to the ending too quickly. Clearly, that isn't meant to be the ending, but it feels like that was how I kind of thought it might go, where by the end he would trust us, but instead he trusts us almost immediately, and then shit happens to him. You guys had a lot of good responses to this, and by the way, thank you also. You guys were actually very nice about this. I was like, God, I hope people don't fucking just get down my throat about it. I'm like, sometimes that can happen where I'm like, if I'm not always in a complete agreement with everybody, it's just like, or I have an opinion and people are just like, what the fuck, Nico? Why are you fucking feeling this way, you sack of shit? It's like, nah, man, listen, I'm not trying to dunk on anybody, but you guys had some really kind responses that were also some good arguments. I think someone who had a really good one was Notice Stalker 1000, who last episode said, to be fair, in the progression of Alonso's social link, I think his willingness to be honest with you in particular is because, in a nutshell, you're an Elda. Elda are seen universally as an omen, which we know already. In the case of Nydia, however, they cannot be trusted if you remember the Nydia, chef back in Grand Trad, who was told that he wasn't fit to be a chef for being Nydia. At that point in the story, Alonso has some reason to open up as you two share something in common, seeing as you two are prejudiced by society, and the act of empathy/sympathy is not very common even between tribes that are treated lesser than thou, if you considered Haizme's situation with his village. And if that doesn't convince you, the first quest tied with Grius' dagger is a test given to you by Alonso to test how willing you are for something that seems basically worthless to the plain eye. But he knew otherwise, as he was in Grand Trad when Grius was killed, as he was in the crowd with his mother at the time. All that said and out of the way, I believe he has a reason to tell you all this stuff after witnessing these. Yeah, you know what? That's fair. That's a good point. That's a good point. There were a lot of similar arguments along these lines, though, where it's like, in a world that is full of so many shitty people, you probably come across as one of the only people that he's met that isn't that way, that is actually truly genuine. And as they say, it takes a calm man to notice a calm man, right? I think my feelings was I just didn't think that he would even believe it, believe that a person like this could exist. But I think that's a good point to say that, well, we were both like basically shunned by society to some extent because of our race. So he might be more willing to open up to us for that reason, especially after everything that happened in that quest. But Noda, thank you so much for your incredibly enlightening comment, again, just for being very nice in your argument. And is that reason you are comment of the day? I also saw some other people say that I think another reason that people really like Alonso's quest is his quest as a whole, and that I saw a few people say that they feel that my feelings are reasonable, and that it sounds to me like maybe as a whole, or maybe the later parts is where he gets even better. Like maybe it just gets even better as it goes along. Because it's true, I mean, we haven't really gotten to the resolution of his. Like I imagined again that his resolution would be him finally trusting somebody, but that is clearly not. Like Lonzo is definitely put out here as a you think one thing, and no, he's definitely somebody very different. So I'll have to see where it goes. I'm curious. I kind of want to see this thing in the memorandum about the king's magic. It's funny. I must have read this at some point. It must have, because it's actually unchecked, so it must have slipped my mind. It seems a way to prohibit the elimination of a candidate through force. One aspect of the king's royal magic was discovered somewhat belatedly. In the event that a top-ranking candidate with large support is in danger of bodily harm, the perpetrator will be immobilized by a glowing chain-like construction. The protective effect seems to apply only to the top 20 candidates or those whose face appears on the coronation rocks. Resisting the magic chains and continuing to attempt harm results in the chains tightening, potentially causing death. However, what constitutes this harm is unclear and is not known if there are loopholes or exceptions. Okay, there you go. There you go. I must have really, I really did not remember the if you accept a duel that you can actually like bypass the curse that way too. I don't know exactly when they said that. I must have missed it. Unless it's in here as well somewhere. But okay, so we're here, back in Grand Trad. I'm gonna meet up with Rella, which I'm looking forward to, because she was been kind of funny. I kind of like her. She's like a bit of a dork. I think it'll be interesting to see her and Juna interact with each other. Also, I like Grand Trad at night. It's very pretty. Hey, look at that Elda over there. Oh God, so crazy seeing me.
Terribly sorry. Putting some elixirs away. Be with you in a moment. Hello, how can I help you? Juna.
Also, I love her design. Actually, she's got like the most wild design, I think, of any of the characters in this game. Like, she literally almost looks like she's from a different game, but I mean that in a good way. Like, I like a lot of the designs in this game. They're so different, you know? It's such a cool take for like a medieval fantasy game.
Long time no see. Sorry for all of us storming the place.
And you're the one who was at the exhibition.
Right. Now that you all know each other's names, Rella is my older sister.
There we go.
Adopted sister, that is.
Yeah, I thought so.
Her family took me in. Though don't spread it around. The public doesn't know, and we don't know who tried to exploit it.
I see. Okay, so she is the adopted one, essentially. So Rella's parents are likely her biological parents, and Juna's adopted ones.
It's been forever, Juna. I'm so sorry. I really was planning to meet you after the opening ceremony.
I understand. You were attending to Sanctifex Forden in Tilbrile-Haven. But that's wonderful. Such deft social climbing even puts father's efforts to shame, eh?
I never actually saw in the comments either. What is Juna's accent? Is it Irish? Or is it just like a form of English? I can't tell. I'm like trying to pinpoint it. Also, it's not Makoto's voice actress, is it? It sounds a lot like her. It sounds like her putting on an accent, but it's probably not.
Ugh, social climbing. Glad to make your acquaintance. I am Rella Cygnus. I'm a healer.
A healer.
Somehow, I doubt that's why you're here.
I could definitely see you also being a party member. I don't know, you definitely got that vibe about you.
Actually, there's something we'd like you to look at.
Where did you get this?
I know it's asking a lot, but could you share anything you know? Without asking too many questions?
I've seen something like this before. I'd never forget. Objectively speaking, the magic involved is a direct inversion of a healing spell. Popularly known as a curse.
I suppose that stands to reason.
Pardon the late introduction. I am Hulkenberg, a Knight of the Crown.
Hulkenberg.
As you may have guessed, that is the formula to the curse that slew His Royal Highness, the Prince.
Hold on.
The death of His Highness was a tragedy, one I would see repaid in full. As His Royal Guard, 'tis my duty to punish the treasonous snake responsible.
Not revealing to her that he's still alive, because we don't know her yet.
Then surely the man who penned this was Luis.
Look, what happened at the exhibition? We were trying to get closer to Louise. You're a holy woman, so I couldn't ask your forgiveness. But if you could at least understand.
The Lady Joanna's penitence was sincere. To hear her, I thought it must be so. It was Forden who chose such a terrible punishment. That was what scared me.
Oh, Rella.
Yeah, she did not condone Forden, like, fucking cutting her head off.
But I'm a bit relieved. I heard rumors Luis had swept you off your feet and you'd been hanging on his arm since. I worried for you so, Juna. I see now I needn't have given it a second thought.
Of course. I am Juani Cygnus, and my life is...
Yes, your life is your own, I know. Just make sure you're not causing trouble for everyone else.
Yes, I've heard that fucking line so many times from you.
I suppose this is another dramatic and risky gesture? Like when you ran away from home in a frenzy of passion, declaring you'd take the stage or die trying.
No! Well, sort of. Maybe, yes, but... Oh, you didn't have to put it like that.
I've looked over the formula. From what I can tell, this spell's effects are enduring. As long as the magic source continues to exist, the effect shall never fade. The trouble is, while most curses simply consume the magic released in the moment's casting, this one is designed to perpetually draw on the magic of the caster.
So as long as Luis lives, it doesn't matter where his victims run and hide. Sounds just like him.
But I'm afraid even if His Highness still lived, I don't think anyone could have broken the curse using this.
What?
This formula isn't complete. It's a mere outline, clearly jotted from memory. I couldn't tell you how to lift the curse from this alone.
What? Then...
I'm sorry I couldn't be of any help.
Balls!
No, you've done plenty. Especially since we're the ones who sprang this on you.
Pardon me, young man. May I say one last thing?
Is it why my eyes are two different colors? I don't know either.
You're a friend of hers, aren't you? Please, keep Juna safe.
Of course, she won't need it.
She's strong enough to do that herself.
She is. I know she's far stronger than I am. But she'll charge headlong into any danger, so please, watch over her. I'll be here for the foreseeable future. Any friend of Juna is welcome here, so stop by any time you like.
The curse is impossible to break?
Well, that sucks. Now what?
Did I miss a funeral? I've never seen you lot so gloomy.
Are you? Did we not tell you it? No, we are completely, how you say, boned.
What do we do now?
The only way left is to take down Luis himself.
I challenge you to a
The impossibility of that is precisely what led us here, Stroll. And now, we are no further than when we started.
Plenty of assassins have come for Luis, but the king's magic works every time. They all died frozen in agony.
Even if we could fight him properly, do we stand a chance? The man's an unparalleled master of both martial and magic arts.
This might be the end.
Still,
We're gonna grind.
we have to stop Luis, no matter what.
Let's go hit some dungeons, guys. High-level dungeons. Get a bunch of EXP really fast. Hit level 99. Go beat his ass.
The royal magic's not an absolute shield. It cost Gladel his life. We've just got to maintain the trust we've earned from Luis, and eventually we'll get our chance.
For now, he told us to wait until the race's next task is announced.
Then we'll have to do just that.
I'm pooped from all this brainstorming. I could use a break in the gauntlet runner.
If we take Juna out in public, we might attract a crowd. We can't risk Luis catching on that we're in the royal capital. At least for today, I'll ask her to stay in the runner away from prying eyes.
Well, I must say I'm impressed. You have enough beds to accommodate this many people.
Yeah, so I guess, Luis doesn't realize we have the, ability to teleport. Which is kind of funny to me, because, I mean, we're I think anybody should be able to see that, something weird is going on, because when our ship will fucking just evaporate out of the parking lot of every town. It's even hard to imagine that, Luis wouldn't have a dude checking up on us every now and then, and just be like, where the fuck they go? Bulk? Zip!
Yes, as much as they grumble about cramped quarters.
It's a tube. I hope you enjoy.
Apologies. 'Tis hardly accommodation worthy of a diva. And I confess the ride itself is often jarring.
I don't even know if we can fit your hair inside one of those bed tubes, Juna.
At the very least, I'll be happy with a bath. You have a room for that, I trust?
Yeah, it's outside.
Right this way, milady.
Well, no point getting reckless now. Let's think about this some more tomorrow. By the way, what have you been doing all this time, Eurus?
Oh, just jerking off.
Thinking, mostly. Been having a good old ponder ever since I saw Luis's sky runner in the air. Always been my dream to fly on wings, you see. Not with any of this magic levitatory.
I'm sure we will by the end of this game.
But then in you come with this teleportation. made me start wondering if there was any valid point at all to my flight theory, what? A long while back, I did a flight experiment to prove my theory was sound. Failed spectacularly, though, and got myself all crunched up in the process. I was still in bed, midway through my convalescence, when they told me I was to be demoted.
I didn't notice. You gave up? Can I go to bed? Oh, wow. You'd be so mean.
So you just gave up?
Hardly. It'll take more than that to stamp out my fires, chum. I've known my place was in the sky since I was a schoolboy. Between us, old boy, my flight theory's complete. Principles are sound and tested. All that's left are the practicals, incorporating it into the gauntlet runner. But ever since that accident, I suppose I've been afraid to move forward with it. Afraid of failure. You and the rest of our merry band are risking your very lives for the prince. Here I sit moping, The way I see it, your teleportation can only take us places we've been. If we want to see new horizons, we'll need to take to the skies. It'll take time, no doubt, but I'll put my very soul into it. No shortcuts. And when I fly, I'll do it my way.
Gonna put some big fat bird wings on this thing. Get some legs, get some wings, leg wings. Party formation. You can change your add members to your party from the party option in the main menu. Press A to form a group of up to 4. Reserve members gain less experience at the end of battle unless you've progressed far in their social link like I have. Then active participants, you can never remove the protagonist.
So?
Me.
The rest of the runner today, our plans didn't pan out, but we should just concentrate on getting our strength back for now.
Let's see, actually, who do I have with that ability now? Is everybody good? I think everybody is good. I think everyone has full. Yep. So I can literally take out any one of the of my party members and they'll be fine, except for Juno. So in other words, I need to keep Juno in my party the whole time until I get her stuff leveled up. So I assume they also get archetype experience when they're not in your party as well. Is that what that also means? I hope so.
Well, that certainly could have turned out worse than it did. All thanks to your engineer, I assume. That crazy uncle-looking chap.
Crazy uncle.
Nura's, wasn't it? Never seen a man run such a tight ship with a few loose screws of his own. That aside, wish y'all wouldn't stand a ceremony with me. I'm on your side now, truly. 'Tis a bitter setback that we've lost the means to break His Highness's curse. Yet 'twould serve nothing to only wallow in dismay. If the only path that remains is slaying Luis, we must seek new strength with zeal and renewed.
Damn straight girl.
Damn it.
After all we did to get into Luis's good graces and secure the formula. So where knew all that our efforts have been spit in the wind? A little, nothing is wasted.
Yeah.
That's the spirit. Know that I'm here for you should you ever start to despair. It's times like this when I'm hardened by Juno's bright positivity. You were fortunate enough indeed to find an unexpected ally in midst of hostile territory. Hulkenberg had. Much to say on the fame and accomplishments of both Juno and Rilla. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. She was a huge fucking Juno fan. Oh, I wish she she fangirled earlier, but God, it would have been really funny if she she fangirled on your fights or something, or when we showed up here. I must confess a near total ignorance of modern trends, and those that set them. What about you? Well, you have been living in a cave for a while. Heismay. Oh yeah, let me check my my ranking here. One who hath made a small ripple. In the time to come, we shall judge of his worthy for vessel of our power. Wait, what did Gallica say?
No, we are really aiming for you to become king, but if you're protected by the world magic, I suppose it means we owe your supporters our thanks.
Yeah, I'll have to go check out the rock. I wonder if I can actually truly see myself. I felt like the last time, all you can really see is just the top 3 faces, and if there's others, they're really, really tiny. All right, time to sleep.
Good night.
All right, so what are we doing now? Finding hard to sleep. As good a time as any for some reading, I guess. Oh, back to the book. Oh, and Juno's got to show up for it, because everyone has to know this book exists.
Good. We're still awake. What's the matter?
Something on your mind?
Something on your mind?
No, not in particular. Once we're back tomorrow, I'll sneak the formula back into Luis's room.
Oh yeah, I guess we probably do need to do that.
Even if he suspected us, he'd never work out that we got to the capital and showed it to Rella in a single night. He won't find out about our mission.
I should probably have Juno return any Magla keys we got on the Charadias too. Just to be safe. I'll give them to her later.
You know, I'm a bit surprised. I thought I was fine doing all that infiltration at Luis's place. Turns out I wasn't. Finally having others who know the truth, and having gotten to see my sister. I didn't realize how exhausted I am. And you personally saved me from danger back there. I'm terribly grateful to you.
So whenever she's happy or about or like seemingly flirting with you, her like irises turn like this pink, they like this pink sheen to them.
You're lucky, really. I'll have you know I'm rarely this candid. That's the forbidden text you mentioned in Luis's room, is it? I've seen him reading it from time to time.
Does he now?
What's it like? Can I read a bit of it?
Sure, go ahead and read the very next chapter that everyone else has read it.
The prevailing culture of the world is one of freedom in all things.
You know, it's funny. I've noticed that the story thing that's in Moore's room, like that scroll or whatever that was over there, hasn't been updating throughout the game like I expected it would. We've only gotten one thing, and it was like a hero, and his name was, you know, my name, like the name that I gave at the start of the game, Nico. I'm kind of surprised, because I really figured that'd be like updating frequently, but it hasn't actually updated a single time since we did that.
No faith, fealty, or philosophy enforces ideology. All are free to create, and all are free to embrace those creations. This culture's influence spreads throughout the world. It is even said that a song of peace was powerful enough to bring an end to war.
Oh, appropriate for her, right?
How inspiring. It's hard to imagine that a single song could be so influential. I wonder what the world would be like if a song really could reach all people's hearts, no matter their status or tribe.
I wouldn't be surprised if that ends up being something that she does. Maybe even her social link.
We Nydia, we were all liars, you know. Everyone told us we were inherently worthless, just a fact of our birth. So I learned some glamours to make myself at least look valuable.
I will say, it does feel like every race in this fucking world of ours in this game are seen as worthless. If you're not the race of the person that is saying that you're worthless, you know?
This form, it's all just a fancy disguise, really. A gilded mask for the world to admire. Or not. No, do forgive me. That was all lies, lies, lies. I don't think it's necessarily a good idea to reveal yourself entirely. But you should always have the freedom to. If these new powers are to give form to my ideals, I want to create a world where we can appreciate each other's freedom. I'll make sure everyone hears that in my songs, no matter what happens.
Juno and I talked into the night. Still gotta unlock her social link.
Now, prepare to hear the race's next challenge. Let's find out where our fierce competitors are bound.
Well, they're going now. His voice is so, like, what does it remind me of? Oh, it's like the Lifetime of the Rich and Famous. What a beautiful abode he has. Look at, he's got a golden crusted toilet. What? The finest in all the land. It's like, it really kind of reminds me of that.
To recap, the 20 candidates with the current highest approval on the King's Rock will be the only ones to proceed. All others will be disqualified.
Damn, I got to the top 20 just in time, didn't I? So like literally hanging on by the skin of my teeth. I'll be curious, how are they gonna frame this here, right? Because we heard Forden talk about it before, and we heard the like, what they're really trying to do, but how are they gonna like make it seem like, I guess they're just gonna be like, go get us some good treasures.
I'd say the results of the exhibition are sure to have spread by now. Let's have a look at the standings, shall we?
Let's have a look at the big rock.
In first place, the undisputed winner, bane of sea monsters and savior of the people, our very own Sanctifex Forden!
Is my face actually on the rock, or is it that like when you're in the bottom, like out of the top 3, is your name like written on the back? I don't know. I have to get a good look at this thing.
And the traitor Luis in second, despite not actually being in the race. But
yes, he is actually.
We have the warrior monk captain, Master Kido. Furthermore,
interesting that he did sort of disregard Luis though himself, which kind of leads me to think that Batlin is actually not a fan of Luis either.
In the end, everyone but Luis is just representing the Sanctus Church.
What's your point? I dare say that's a relief. We'll finally be done with all this chaos. A return to normalcy.
Yeah, dude, this is what's so cool. Like, it's such a, and it is topical as fuck, right? This idea of like, well, everyone else is just like the status quo, right? But Luis is the wild card. He's the one that stands out, which is why he's still so fucking popular.
Ha! Normalcy.
Yeah.
Funny how it's only the rich who miss how things used to be. But now Count Luis has the people behind him. He'll save the common man.
Yes, we're all keeping our ears out for a response from Luis's faction. But we do have one standout who's seen a stunning jump in popularity since the exhibition.
In 20th place, Bizzle the Dino-Sizzle.
The lad responsible for exposing the sins of the Sanctoress Joanna. Valiant human slayer. Yes, it's the young Elda.
Bizzle!
Right, wasn't expecting that one. Nameless to famous in a single night. Just like that, he's in the top 20.
Oi, crier man.
Oi!
Where's the windbag? The one what acted all high and mighty over a tiny human head.
He's fucking dead.
Who? Oh, right, that Gladel or something. No sign of him, probably saw the writing on the wall and dropped out.
So it really was all talk then? A disgrace to the Rusan, hiding his inadequacy behind Luis's authority.
Authority!
But the boy candidate isn't the only one in the spotlight. We've a rising star by the name of Katharina.
I thought Katharina had dropped out. I thought she said she was gonna drop out.
Some big ideas, that girl.
Huh.
I hear she plans to put a price on every wealthy head if she takes the throne.
I hear she's gonna go out and murder everyone you know and love.
And what's wrong with that? If they're sitting on most of the kingdom's money, they can afford to hire a little extra security every day. Let them sweat it out.
Now here's a surprise. We've got a Mastari candidate still in the running. And my sources say they hail from, well, Virgo Island.
Which was the Mastari again? Charlie's tries too many different races in this game.
A pagan island, eh?
Yeah.
But they're filthy barbarians. Besides, nobody could compare to Lord Milo.
Or Milo's the shithead, right? The shithead, like, oh, I'm so beautiful.
The final roundup's actually looking pretty diverse. We're just about ready to announce the next leg of the race.
I'll check my memorandum again. Actually, I think I can. Oh, that's right. I can do this during cutscenes. I forgot.
And that's the bell. Thank you for waiting, ladies and gents. It's time to begin the second round of the tournament for the throne.
Let me check my handy dandy ding dong doodly here. The Mustari. Oh yeah, the guys with tin cans on their heads. A tribe recognizable by a third eye. That's right, but we actually haven't really seen that except on the necromancer guy, but he was like a half-breed, right? And his eye wasn't even fully open.
First of all, congratulations to the 20 who have won their places on the King's Rock. You are now officially the winners of the first round. Let's give them a hand.
So literally the Rook Man here, that's what they're talking about. Damn, dude, I feel like that's gotta be heavy as fuck to walk around with all the time. It's just like a massive trash can on your head every fucking day. Does he sleep with it on? It's like, oh, my fucking shoulders are killing me. There's a colorful cast up here. We still got the hippie dude over there too. We got the guy at the end looks like the penguin to me. The Nydia guy.
No sign of Luis. Even if he does plan to take over, suppose he's still not eager to play by their rules.
I think the older guy too, the one who was like, you know, we're fighting for all old people out there. I think he also is no longer in the race.
I haven't seen Juna this morning either.
I heard some nobles say she had a job suddenly come up. Better that the audience doesn't see her with us, anyway.
Now, at long last, we are ready to announce their next challenge. This time, the task for the candidates is recovering and offering a divine relic!
What? A relic?
A relic?
Don't worry, we're happy to explain everything. You'll not want to forget this, so we've arranged for you to hear it from an unforgettable voice.
Forden himself? Oh wait, Rella? Oh, or is Juna?
To tell us more, please welcome to the stage our guide, our songstress, the lovely Lady Juna!
Damn, Juna, it must take you fucking forever to get your hair to look like a giant harpsichord.
Her sudden obligation revealed, I suppose.
Chosen heroes! Your next destination is Altaberry Heights, the capital of the Principality of Montario. You are to gather there by the deadline, with a divine relic in hand to offer the Sanctus Church.
I'm gonna offer him this sick gun I have.
Tragically, there are still heathens in this land who choose to reject Sanctism. They care nothing for salvation. They cling to strange idols, calling them divine relics, believing them gifts from their eldritch gods. But their rituals are unstable, and their relics just primitive magic tools.
Yeah, this is definitely like, even from the outset here, you can kind of see the agenda, right? I think even people will actually sort of see through this one a bit. But that does lead me to then wonder, how are we going to essentially maybe bypass Forden's challenge? You know, how will we come out the other end without him just, you know, trouncing us because it's a challenge he set? And certainly, what is Luis going to plan for this?
It is time we put an end to this misguided witchery. Take these relics from the pagan's grasp and bring them to the birthplace of Sanctism, Altaberry Heights in Montario. Please deliver them to their rightful place in God's hands. May all our aspiring heroes be blessed with good fortune and the favor of God. I pray for your success.
That outfit she's wearing is like a very fancy lingerie.
What a real presence before a crowd, doesn't she? Positively plucks at your heart.
That's also combined with a very 80s look. Or actually probably more 60s.
Focus, Iceland, focus.
Fucking Hulkenberg, the Judah fangirl. She's so fucking hot.
Second round, Altaberry will begin the festivities for the autumnal Montario Saints' Day. This two-day event kicks off on Saints' Day Eve, with the main celebrations on the day proper. And this year's event will be historic. His Eminence, Sanctifex Forden, will be personally sealing the collection of the pagan relics. To celebrate, the songstress Juna will be dedicating a ceremonial song. You won't want to miss this, folks.
You won't want to miss this.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, on my mark, let the second round of the tournament for the throne begin!
Woo! Go! Fucking shove each other out of the way. You get him away!
They're unabashedly ordering them to steal relics from pagan land now. That's plunder. They would steal our very culture.
Yeah. Yeah. It's funny, this is actually the first time I think we've heard this dude talk. But I was like, this is because, like, this is a very much a Sanctist agenda, but we got literally a Mustari candidate, which is like, yeah, they don't believe in this shit. So clearly, yeah, he's not gonna like this.
That candidate's a Mustari. Small wonder he's so aghast. Forden's stooping to a new low.
What do you mean?
By and large, the Mustari are a pagan people. Their relics are cultural touchstones, vital to their hearts and faiths. And Forden's just ordered us to loot them as we please.
Yeah.
But in our case, we won't even know what we're doing until Luis gives the order.
Either way, we're bound for Altaberry. It's further east. We've a long trip ahead of us.
Yeah, I guess we're technically quote-unquote working for Luis now, right? So we're not actually... So whatever we do is not going to be of our own choice here. It's actually going to be just whatever the hell he wants us to do. As we try to figure out how to kill this bitch.
Oh, my shoulder hurts. I don't care if it's the Crown Theocracy. You'd think they'd ask me a little sooner than the morning of.
I can't believe you got your hair back down after that. Must have taken like 3 hours to put that product in. Imagine taking even longer to get it all out.
Still managed to put on a hell of a show for him. Lady Juna, Count Luis has sent for you. And you lot too, I suppose.
I suppose.
Looks like our first job's come in. These men have me running all over.
These men.
We're back, Lord Luis.
Ah, Lord Luis, looking grumpy as always.
Funny, isn't it? Since the Gladell incident, you've been inseparable from this gang.
Dude, it's been like fucking 24 hours. Calm down.
Well, one has to keep one's chauffeur in line, don't you think?
Hey, heard you got a gig at the Sanctus Festival. Good on ya.
Thanks. Though I don't know if it's worth celebrating. Seems to me it's to keep Lord Luis in check. Putting me on stage the whole time might keep you from crashing their Saints' Day party.
And if we try anything, they'll use it as an excuse to blacklist you. Just the kind of shite you'd expect from those Sanctist stooges.
Shite!
You need fear nothing. It is Forden who now stews in his dread. That he seeks the divine relics is common knowledge. But who would simply give up an idol on par with a god's reverence? He has all but commanded that we take it by force. The king's magic ruined his schemes. You humiliated him in the public eye. And in one desperate final grasp for authority, the fool has placed his fate in my hands. Forden's game will soon end. Let us at least give him the finale he deserves.
What are you planning to do?
What are you planning to do?
What? Do you need to hear it repeated? I will give Forden his death.
And what of the king's magic?
You'll see soon enough. For now, you need only follow my orders.
Interesting. Is he about to like show us the weakness or something, like a loophole in this? Then we're gonna use that same loophole on you?
Your task is to obtain a certain divine relic on my behalf. The artifact in question is a lance known as Dracodios.
Dracodios?
Dracodios. The Draco implies something to do with dragons, I presume?
Dragon!
Suffice to say, the lore behind this particular relic intrigues me. You will acquire it in time for Saints' Day, and bring it to me.
Pretty high stakes, my lord. You sure you want this crop of novices on the job?
Yeah, something about them. I don't know, very JRPG-looking group. Like, look at them. Look how colorful they are. Look how bland you guys are. Your plaid hurts my eyes. No, that's what he fucking said. Stop saying that. I like me plaid.
Rest assured, my other agents have their own relics I've assigned them to pursue. I've no urgent need for this lance, nor for them, should they fail.
What? You don't give a shit about the lance I'm gonna get? Oh, and I don't feel special anymore.
I'll go along and keep an eye on them, shall I? You can bet that if they try and run off with the relic, I'll put a stop to it.
You certainly are attached to them, aren't you?
Well, it's their first formal assignment in your service, after all. I can be your eyes and ears.
I actually do really wonder if Luis actually trusts Juna at all. I kind of think he doesn't. I think he's probably even a few steps ahead of her and is probably like aware of shit. I legit think he's also a step ahead of us too.
So be it then. You may act accordingly.
I don't know. I'll be curious. I just wouldn't be surprised if later on he's like, I knew all along. And you're like, I'll be like, yeah, I know you knew all along.
So, my lord, where can we find this fancy lance?
Find your clues elsewhere. You have nothing further from me. Prove you think as well as you fight.
Another test.
May we both find success in the pursuit of our shared vision.
Interesting phrasing there, Luis. You shithead.
We're back at the inn. So far, the only thing we know for sure is what that's called the Dracadias.
All right.
Guess we've got no choice to go somewhere else and try to gather more information. Let's go.
Oh yeah, you don't know about the Dracadias, do you? Well, let me tell you all about it. It's a grand thing, it is. It's about a dragon named Dios, and he's got a Draco, and his Dios, it's a lance, it pokes, the dragons. Okay, so we're not talking to that. Whoever that guy is that's yelling that at us.
So foolish.
You're that Elda. You got some nerve. How dare you show your face in front of a believer? You had a sanctuary excuse simply to prove your status, didn't you? More blasphemous Elda. Dude, bro, I didn't do that. That was your fucking, Pope that did that. It's such a show feeleth. Lately, there have been pagans loitering around, just spoiling these areas, going blah, 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 blah. You tainted barbarian tribes to be punished by his eminence Forden, and my God!
Hey there.
Wow, did you hear what he said through all that crap, though? About there being pagans nearby? At least we got something out of his diatribe other than a headache. Wonder if one of them is still around. Let's search.
Let's also talk to Moore here. Because I got a new friend. I also need to learn how to do the whole mask thing for Juna.
Would you look at this?
Ah, it seems you've another new ally. And this time, quite the unexpected character at that. Your ally's awakening has revealed a new archetype called the Masked Dancer. It holds a power both unique and interesting. I've prepared a new special experiment to enhance its potential to the highest level.
Now then.
Should you desire to hear more, I have a lecture prepared for you. If you'd like to listen, by all means.
Yeah, this thing is not updated. The mystical scrolls does not change one fucking time since I've arrived here, which has surprised me. I really was expecting it to be like update or something. Isn't that right, Mr. Kitty? Special experiments menu has been unlocked in academia. Use special experiments to create items that certain archetypes utilized during battle. Get the materials for special experiments from enemies in battle.
This right here.
Ah, the Masked Dancer. Quite a unique archetype, most notable for its ability to change its powers using various masks. These masks are sources of archetypes' heroic power. They can be equipped freely to change one's skills and even one's elemental resistances. That said, to create these masks requires a ritual I call a special experiment. You'll need to gather requisite regions. That is, colorless white masks that shall imbue with shades of power. The majority of them you will acquire in battle or within labyrinths. I admit, I'm excited by the prospect of not only creating them, but laying eyes on them for the first time myself. I do hope you'll find this a worthy pursuit.
What would you care to know?
Ba-ba. Okay. The Seeker's Mask. A magic seeker. Can I see what it does? Oh, this is a seeker skill, adept seeker. So this is just better? Actually, no. It's probably just different. It's probably just different. Because the classes in this game aren't just like, this is just better than the other one. There are some moves that are better, but mostly it's just different. Wow, I can get literally like everything here. That's pretty cool. Well, the Thief Mask is definitely good. Adds resistance to dark and a weakness to electric. Woo! For science! The warrior, which will not be very useful on her. Oh, interesting. There's a check mark next to it as well. So I guess there must be a completion for making all these. Definitely would be nice to get the mage stuff though. I will say though, it does kind of suck though that ends up to get the mask, you have to essentially use up an accessory slot. That is kind of valuable because you only have one. Oh yeah. Okay, so now I've switched out for, actually, I think it's kind of just better, to be honest. Like I'm pairing, okay, like it does kind of suck. I feel like the UI, I wish the UI made it a little easier to see what your skills were for. Oh, wait, can I? Well, kinda. I can still just do it from this with its menu. It's not too bad. So this one's medium wind damage, Taru Kaja, and negate, repel, which is, those are still good. But dude, holy shit. This one's super fucking good. Heavy wind damage, medium HP recovery for an ally, and increases the attack and MS for one ally by 2 ranks. That's super fucking good. Yeah, it's nice because I'm essentially like, with this mask thing, I essentially can unlock like a maxed out version of an archetype. I don't think it's all their skills, because like, let's see, I have Magic Seeker on mine. It isn't all of them, but it's a good chunk of them. Yeah, some of the stuff from here carries over from the previous Seeker. Like Sweeping Slash wasn't on there, but did have Tetra Break. It didn't bring over Day, but like some of their main ones are there. God, so like just right off the bat, I can just get Vitalgia. That's pretty amazing. I saw some of you guys say that this is like this class is really good for like when you get her, but doesn't get as good late game. And I can sort of see why, because it's like, it's essentially borrowing some of the best elements, but not all of the best elements of a class. But once you've gotten to a point where a class is maxed out, then you're going to have way more skills on that maxed out class than one pretending to be that class, right? The original will always be better. That's the idea. But this one just has some good ones right off the bat. And the fact that I can alternate it whenever I want without necessarily having to commit fully to getting a boatload of archetype experience to get there is just a nice bonus. Oh, I think you guys also said that this move, despite sounding amazing, is actually balls. Like, it never lands. Oh, interesting. I can't fast travel. Okay, so I guess I have to try a bit more information around here. Oh, all right, fine.
Oh, fine.
All these able-bodied candidates gathering here for the exhibition of the brave. This is the best. Can't wait to see them showcasing their skills in the Coliseum. It's perfectly chiseled muscles strutting its brutal beast.
Sure, yeah. We gotta eat beforehand, remember? Just tone it down for now. Sorry, no, I don't know anything. And I'm busy, so I'll be taking my...
Hey, wait, anything's fine. So whatever info you have.
You know, for a popular candidate, your information gathering methods are awfully amateur. Did you speak to anyone else before calling out to me? You can just talk to a couple of people and expect to find what you're looking for. Put some legwork, talk to everyone, and don't be picky. With that said, you should choose the place you search carefully. There are plenty of working people too busy to give you the time of day. But with me, I set off for a tavern and ask patrons relaxing there. That's all the help I have for you. Good day.
He's actually kind of nice, isn't he? Want me to take his advice out of the tavern?
Yeah, probably. I don't know, why wasn't that the first place I went? This is literally where I've been going the entire game.
I'm just
incredulous.
Excuse me. Oh, it's you two. Why just while I'm enjoying a meal? I'm a customer of this tavern. I have no obligation to respond to any unfamiliar fairies. If you want to know something, it's common to ask an employee first. Do you disagree? No, I don't. Let's talk to the lady who owns the place, shall we? I understand. Good day to you.
Huh?
Can I help you? Something to tell me you're not here to eat.
Heard of Divine Lance?
Divine Lance. I'm sure I'm the best person to ask about that sort of thing. What are you, an amateur? You just fucking shut up, fuck! No, wait. Someone else I was rapping on about just that a bit ago. Had a large mask on. Must have been Mustari. Seemed awfully bothered about it.
Probably the Rook guy.
He's bothered about the Lance. So like he may know something. Any idea where he went? I believe he mentioned something about taking a boat to the island. I said towards the coast of the Merchant's Bazaar, wouldn't you say?
Okay, so...
If we hurry, might be able to catch him. Let's head for the Merchant's Bazaar.
All right, then.
Okay. Ex-candidate Goddard, yep.
Quite a scene you have made the exhibition. You satisfy yourself. Like a citrus mix, you just make yourself stand out as exactly the sort of selfish nonsense and delinquent like you would think up.
That wasn't what I... Were you again?
You forgot me. I'm Goddard, champion of the Roanoke tribe. So unfortunately, I couldn't participate in the exhibition. But still, I'm kind of proud to do whatever it takes to win. Damn it. If only I participate in the expedition right now, I'd be... You stupid shithead. Actually, looks like he was already actually well out even before this chapter was. I think it might have been he was already ex-candidate when he was staying there earlier. I don't think it hit me. All right, let me look up here. So is my face really on here? Or someone will tell me like these little curves down here could potentially be my face? Or maybe they're just like the names on the side here. Or is that what all these are? I don't know, man. I don't think my textures are high res enough for me to see my face there.
Sure seems like the bigger the canon's face is on the rock, the more qualified they are to be king. Look at that. Hey, is that tiny little face yours? That anyone who doesn't know you personally would know it's you at that size.
I don't know where you're looking at all, Gallica. I have no fucking clue.
People didn't know the king's magic protected you. I bet they'd find it hard to believe your face was in the top 20 now.
Besides,
first is Forden as always. Luis is next, and after him is Goodell. So as to get support for the top 3 outweighs pretty much everyone else. Hard to tell considering how small the others are, but I can kind of make out Rella. Tells you how popular she is, considering she's not even a candidate.
Yeah, I think it's just the idea. Is that they're on there, they're just so tiny.
I saw Viz Chief a moment ago. Heard he was participating in the tournament, but he appeared genuinely upset. Probably everything's all right.
Did you hear that? I don't think it's this guy, though. This guy knows something about the lance. Keep searching the Mauritius Bazaar.
Wonderful.
Oh, wait, it's this guy.
Yes, hello.
You. I remember you. The vexing Elda interrupted my speech. The support you...
Yeah, that's right. I remember the debates we had.
Support you have earned pales comparison to mine. There are many who desire an independent Rusan nation.
Dismissed.
Ha! Pitiful Elder. Struggle all you like. Struggle mine.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, the Mastari over there.
Hey, Mastari guy, check out my sweet grinding skills.
I can't believe this. He would have them all take what they please. This same atrocity all over again. Damn him, and damn his crown theocracy.
He's in quite a state. Though I can hardly blame him, with everyone ordered to ransack his homeland. For now, how to approach him?
I want to ask you something. They really crossed a line. Why don't we team up?
They've really crossed a line.
Wait. You're not with the Sanctus Church. One of the few who aren't, it seems.
I don't know much about divine relics, but I know all too well what it's like to see your homeland threatened.
The divine relics are symbols of our faith. More than that, they are the soul of our culture, our history.
Followers of the old native beliefs worship idols that are known to conduct magic, which they call divine relics. But unlike the igniters of modern times, they are primitive in make and function, and often dangerous. So said my studies, at least.
oh, far from it. Divine relics aren't primitive in the least. That's just Sanctus propaganda. Really, it's the opposite. Most of these relics are powerful beyond belief, and igniters are just our crude imitations of them.
Aha.
If you'd ever seen one yourself, you'd know the difference. They don't call them divine for nothing. With powers like that, they might as well have come from the gods.
The gods themselves!
You're that songstress. Didn't expect to hear all this from you, after what you said for the crowd.
Well, a job's a job. But as I'm sure you're aware, pagans aren't the only ones oppressed by the church.
You really are well informed. And it sounds like you know something of oppression. Did you perhaps come from the Mage Academy?
Details, darling. I've seen abuse of powers before, and I'd rather not see it again.
The other candidates seem bent on taking relics by any means necessary. But you all seem different.
To be fair, we are looking for one. The only relic we know by name right now is Draco Dios.
The Lance of the Dragon God. So that's why you came up to me. I suppose anyone would want our homeland's greatest treasure. The Lance is no secret we're trying to hide. Truly, I hope mainlanders come by the scores to see it. Our village is on an island in the World Tree's embrace, where the Dragon God sleeps. On a clear day, you can see it from this land.
An island across the ocean. You mean Virgo Island, then? 'Tis a large island in the inland sea. Most of its inhabitants are Mustari, and it remains the only place in the land where sanctism has not taken root.
I'm not out to abolish sanctism myself. I just don't want everything we believe in to be destroyed.
So that's why you're in this race.
I thought I could change the world. And then I saw the truth. What a fool I was. I've not introduced myself yet, have I? My name is Edeni. Take my advice. Forget about Dracodios. We can't hand it over, and you'll never reach it anyway.
We never take it by force.
We don't intend to take it by force.
Even if you did, you'll not find any ships that sail there. And that's only the first obstacle in your way. Take my word. It's no place for an outsider. It's time I stopped chasing a fool's dream. I need to face reality. And if you're smart, you'll do the same.
Well, sounds like Dracodios is on Virgo Island somewhere.
Or he's gonna do exactly.
Is there really no ship passage there? This is the biggest port in the kingdom.
'Tis true. His words reminded me. Thanks to both sea currents and cultural tensions, the only merchant ships passing Virgo Island embark from Montario.
But Montario's on the other side of the bloody sea. You can't seriously be suggesting we go there first and then loop back to Virgo. We'd never make the deadline.
Time for Neuros to make our ship fly or something.
Then let's bally well conquer this inland sea ourselves. Ha ha ha! Don't worry, chums. I'm on the job.
I don't like the sound of that.
You worried about Lady Juna? Actually asking this time, not just prodding.
Shut up.
Shut up, butthead.
Tell. You still don't trust them, do you?
How can I? We've only known them for a matter of days. Look, the whole Gladel mess, you really think they're innocent?
Then let's go with them, yeah? Me and you. You do whatever makes sense to you, Del. You know I'll follow wherever you go.
You never could keep your mouth shut, eh?
Hey.
What the?
What in the goddamn demon lord?
Wait a second. You're not saying this thing can sail now?
Quite right. While you lot were hobnobbing at old Luis's soiree, I had his runner all to myself. And believe you me, I got quite an eyeful. Came away full of ideas. After all, this old girl wasn't designed as a land runner alone. All about modular design, don't you know? Flexible jointage. So I did a bit of tinkering.
Now it's water running.
But why? We'd not even spoken of the island until moments ago.
Island Schmeiland, milady. Look at the map. What's our shortest route to Montario, eh? A straight shot through the inland sea.
Huh. The man has a point. That never dawned on me.
Besides, I've kept my ears open, what? Here there be monsters and all that rot. You'll need more than a ship for these waters. You'll need a proper sea runner.
Oh, right. Neuros, you weren't at the exhibition, so you wouldn't know. Forden already killed the big sea monster out there. It had a huge head.
Huge.
Really? Don't tell me you're making the trip in that.
Oh my Fidelio. What's Fidelio doing here?
Why are you two here?
Bodyguard duty, Lady Juna. We're along for the ride, especially since you're bound for some remote wild island.
These poor newcomers are working so hard and you still can't trust them. Or is it me you don't trust?
We're here on Master Luis's orders. I'm sure I don't have to outline the pecking order there. Or do you have a problem with us being around?
Rather, we're running short on beds.
Oh, don't worry. Del doesn't take up as much space as me.
Oh, belt up. Besides, you really expect this rust bucket to survive a night at sea?
If you don't like it, leave. Nobody's forcing you to come.
Looks like we're crewmates then. Not unlike a sea voyage for a bit of fun, yeah?
This is a fine mess. Wasn't expecting them along. What do you think their angle is?
Guard Juna, they still suspect us. They're big on sailing.
They probably still suspect us.
I agree. We definitely crossed a line with the whole Gladell incident.
Suppose that's that, eh? I'll do a last check on her amphibials, make sure she's shipshape. Give me a shout when you're ready.
Make preparations and sail away. Come sail away. Come sail away. Come sail away with me. Alrighty.
Ready to depart?
Oh, time to weigh anchor already? Not forgetting anything, are you? Let's go. Let's get hold of the child with the route. All set for our trip to Virgo Island. Now then, let's just sail for new lands. Away. Oh, this is gonna take a while.
Virgo Island is this spot right here. Wonder how many days away it is.
Bunch of little spots around here too. What is this? Or is it just saying the waves are bad there? I don't know. Yeah, it's like these little squares. I'm not sure. Oh, we got heat to worry about.
Let's see.
Shoal on the sea route to Virgo Island.
Let's see.
A reef. Cool.
This place here.
All right, let's fucking go.
Oh.
Can't just go straight?
This region's currents are a right pain, Miguel. We must go around and across them lest they carry us off a course. By my reckoning, it'll take us 4 days and 3 nights, give or take.
3 nights at sea, huh? Hope Stroll can handle it. Juna and two thorns on our side. Tensions may be high. Well, nothing to do but move forward.
Jolly good. Rest assured, I'll get us through these ways to Virgo Island gently as can be.
Away we go. Away!
Tis actually moving. A fine effort.
Just kind of skimming there, isn't it?
Was it ever in doubt? You're the master of the helm, my dear.
Virgo Island, eh? Well, I can say it's wholly foreign to me.
'Tis a land within an archipelago where many Mustari live. I've heard their faith involves a special maiden of some kind.
How have they managed to avoid the church's influence? I doubt they've the manpower or arms to fend off the crown theocracy.
There's something there that could overturn history, as the Sanctists tell it. Something so damning they couldn't even afford their soldiers seeing it. So the rumors say, at least. Might just be a conspiracy theory.
As for this dragon god's lance, we shall need to negotiate.
If negotiations are even on the table.
Ugh, why all the fuss? Just kill him and take it.
Nothing else works, yeah. Keep it simple.
It's always kill, kill, kill with you two.
Hey, Lord Luis's orders. Don't need to tell you, do I?
Yet you'd impugn Count Luis's reputation with wanton massacre. Simple, was it?
Ugh, give it a rest. Are we there yet?
Hard to talk strategy with those two hanging around.
Yeah, not gonna be too candid with about our real plans with them around.
Ladies and gentlemen, feast your ears on this! The Elder Boy candidate seems to have crossed the channel to the island on a gauntlet runner too!
Is he alright? They say the waters are clear amongst us now, but...
We're definitely gonna find something along the way.
Means my husband can go out fishing again, doesn't it?
I have to say, I expected at least one daredevil to try plowing straight through the inner sea, but I never thought it'd be that boy.
That's the same lad who exposed that lady from Martira, isn't it? He's not bad.
But Virgo Island's infamous people, treacherous. Even the crown theocracy struggled with them for years. So how will this shake out? The festivities have just begun.
Next time on the lifestyles of the rich and famous.
The gauntlet runner takes to the water in its new form, setting out to the wide open sea. Their destination, Virgo Island, an enigmatic foreign land that not even the long arm of Sanctism can reach. Not all present now would count themselves as allies. Will this prove difficult, or something else entirely?
Okay.
You're speaking?
Come in! There's his voice echoing out of the runner phone. Oh God, Stroll's dying over there. Osmond's got his fishing gear laid out on the deck. If you're keen on learning, ask him. Your promise will stop if you slip overboard, though, so be careful. Oh, we finally, here's the fishing minigame. All right, finally. I was like, man, dude, was it? I was starting to think it was gonna be like the fishing inside the restaurant thing. Fishing. Well, let's see. Hazme assigns these fishing gear on deck, which you use to fish. Any fish you catch can be used as ingredients when cooking. 3 days till we arrive at Virgo Island, I think.
Having Juno and those brothers around has certainly made the Golden Runner livelier.
Stroll.
Oh, I thought I finally gotten used to the runner's motion, but waves are a whole new beast. I'd rather not look pathetic in front of those two brothers, but I'm afraid there's no helping it now.
Seriously.
I was wondering what sort of rubbish excuse of a ship I'd find. Gotta admit, the insides are impressive. Compared to the rest of it, at least.
Thanks, Fiducio. Oh, we got some more things. Yeah, because Juna's here. Sweeter than poison. Restore 200 MP and cure poison for an ally. Damn, that's really good. Unfortunately, I have none of the shit. A Dream Eater Moth and a Lord of the Lake. Oh, these are all MP things. Fully restore MP for one ally? Fuck. Lord of the Lake. Is that gonna be like the super fish? Is that the Guardian? I'm gonna take a daytime bath here. While we're fucking moving. That seems like a good idea. Has me fishing.
Even moving at such speed, looks like I can still catch fish. No idea how that works. Perhaps they're drawn by the ominous magical crystals. Or perhaps they're just curious. Either way, I certainly want for entertainment on our way to the island.
A sea breeze is perfect until you smell the fish. And you feel your hair. Got ready to make landfall, actually.
This is some runner your man's put together. Full of weird things I've never seen before. Spends his off hours working on the runner too, does he?
Sure does, bell-bottom man. Fat bottom girls, they make the rocket world go round. What is that fucking giant? You see that thing? What is that? It's like a big dot. Just hanging out there. We're about to pass by it? I think we are. I think. Actually, I don't know if we're getting closer. Just kind of hanging out over there. I think we are getting closer to it. What the fuck is it? Also, there's like a red thing up there. What is that? What the fuck is that? It just, one thing flew over us. Whoa! There's weird shit out here. Okay, it didn't attack us. Interesting. I guess that's just like another thing cooking around up there. Some weird shit out here, man. Let's try this.
This has me fishing gear. I wonder if he's going to do some fishing. Catch some fish, use it to cook.
Let's try.
Okay, I'll go get Hazme.
He's right there.
The truth is...
Indeed. I thought I'd do some fishing, but I don't have any good bait. Do you have anything that might work?
Worm bait, grasshopper bait, tail bait. What do you mean by bait?
You know, earthworms, grasshoppers, things that fish would snap at. Don't hold on to anything like that we find.
Oh. Come back, come back. You have to leave. I grabbed some of this shit while we were in town, so I'll start worm bait.
Worm bait. I see. This should do fine.
Is it gonna be a mini game or is it just watch and wait? Man, it's all the staring at the water surface, but I'm starting to see it feel a bit queasy. Take a break. Sway with the waves. Think like a fish. Sway with the waves. Supposed to give it a try.
A bite. This is a strong one, but I'm stronger. Not as many as I thought. Still can't expect to catch a lifetime every day.
Okay, well, I think I fucked up.
Here we go.
Tension and strategy lurk beneath the surface of a calm. That's what makes fishing such a beloved pastime. Results hardly matter. In fact, don't bother asking how many I've caught. There's much I hate to say it. I think it's about time we call it a day. Okay, we're definitely have to redo that. Oh, it's different, and it's different this time. Of course it is. Nothing biting. Perhaps the bait were moving.
Give it a waggle. Thrash and splash. Keep it still. Give it a waggle.
All right, let me give it a try. A bite and a strong one. I'm stronger. Oh, just look at this haul. All thanks to you, of course. Hey, all right, that's like a good one. I got 2 limp goldfish. Huzzah! Okay, so that's okay. I guess limp goldfish is a good thing from that. The other time I got a limp goldfish, it's something else. But it was like a sellable. Attention and strategy, look beneath the surface and blah, 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 blah. All right, cool.
As the sun dips below the horizon and the stars begin to reflect off the water's surface, the gauntlet runner reaches the shore. Lurking below the surface, in the black and fathomless deep, are the eager eyes of predatory hunters. But the party, safe inside their gauntlet runner, relaxes from the burdens of their voyage, gazing out over calm waters.
Woo! We're over there stretching. Arrive 3 days from now.
Being watched, so be careful what you say.
Look at those 2 ding-dongs over there. Hey, there's a Dream Mirror model. I thought I had one of these. I guess had I not gotten one until now? Or no, I probably used it for another dish or something.
I admit I was thinking the stinky little golem run I was gonna sink my any second. You did a decent job running today. And I rolled the cannon runners. This one's pretty fast for what it is, yeah? I thought I'd have set 1 foot on it without Lady Juna being here.
Got it.
If you think I'm gonna take my eyes off you just because it's past sundown, think again. You want to try something, go ahead. See what happens. Count Luis won't be asking me to justify myself. We clear?
You better be a fucking strong as shit dickhead for how much, like, mad smack you throw out there, bro. So now I can make this.
Okay, so...
This is just dish Juna recommends. Okay, let me go call her.
Got a second?
Now, the most important thing we have to consider is who will be partaking of our meal. What do they like? What are their tastes? All this matters. First, you need to visualize the meal. Then you pick the ingredients that look like they'll get you there. Intuition is key.
She's looking. Pick down ingredients with Juna.
Wow, if it tastes as good as it smells, it won't be just amazing. Yes, that's definitely going in there. Don't underestimate texture. These little blobs are cute. And these, look at how they shine. Now our ingredients are carefully selected. We move to the main phase, preparation. You can cook anything as long as you believe. Come on, I'm right behind you.
What the fuck? She's just like, does she have like no idea what she's doing? She's just cheering me on.
Who can tell you if you're worried, you know? Put your positive intentions into it. It's bound to show up in the end. It's smelling great already.
Wow, what a combination of bold and delicate flavors. I did all the work and she cheered me on.
I call it Cuss Love Ballad. Considering the feelings we put into it, it's bound to move the heart of whoever eats it.
Huzzah!
Ah, it's you.
Hello there, almost too much time I had. Take a little rest and talk a moment. No trace of enemies around by my eyes. Peaceful for now, which means we have to get a little break. Just recall the past, but not too much of the past, because the other guys are around. Our visit to Brilehaven was most eventful, was it not? Feels like such a blur. Actually, would you mind refreshing an old man's memory? What exactly did happen?
I turned in a bounty. We came into contact with Luis. A lot happened. Came into contact with Luis.
Yes.
Ah, yes. You successfully caught our dear Count's attention and won his favor. I had my doubts, but the results speak for themselves. And on top of it, you managed to ingratiate yourself with Luis. Boarding his runner was quite the risky gambit, but you definitely handled it all.
Oh, those guys, hope those 2 don't hear this, by the way.
You managed it all so casually, but I cannot deny that you are truly a man of action.
Even so.
That novel of yours, were those words what drive you? Is this all some attempt to make that illusory world a reality? If that sounded mocking, I assure you it was not my intent. Such idealism has driven many to accomplish great things. I too once possessed a similarly zealous passion. For so long, I assumed I was no longer capable of entertaining such ardent dreams. Yet they bubble to the surface again whenever I'm with you. Perhaps together.
But my imagination grow.
All right.
Woo!
Dying so soon? Huh. Your sour expression does not deter me. Sleep can wait. For those old man ramblings, demand an attentive pair of ears.
You're nocturnal anyway, Heisman, you little doodle. Heisman had talked for a while.
Oh, goodness.
This muggy mist is my worst enemy. I don't mind the ocean, but being at sea makes my hair 10 times harder to manage.
Sure.
I know exactly what you mean. Salty air makes it so much worse. Hey, Hulkenberg, what do you do with your hair at sea?
Yes.
I find that the sweat built up by swinging a weapon quickly relieves one of concern over such trifling matters. Speaking of, would you get a spa, Juno? I don't think so. I'm quite the wrong person for that, in fact. But tell you what, if I find anyone to help comb out these knots, I'll see if I can't find you a sparring partner.
2 more days till we be able to search out for that lance.
So the island is barbaric, but I wonder what it would really be like.
You got a pretty good kitchen here. Not as nice as Luis's, but I'm sure I can still get a halfway decent meal going.
Whatever, bro.
Just finished the game. 'Twas most illuminating. Signed Watchdog or no, it does us good to sharpen our tactics together.
Figured you lot wouldn't be much use in a fight. You're better than you look. Suppose your formal nights are good for more than grandstanding and pretentious speeches.
Ugh, this hot wind is getting into my fur. I hate it.
Oh, hey! There's another one. It's just like a big glowing golden thing. Can I, like, get you? I don't know. It's like one of the golden things I could hit and get, like, a bunch of EXP or something. Okay, let's try tailbait.
Then...
Those fish won't know what hit him. Let's cast. Oh, more tired than I realized. How do I shake this?
Just power through it. Pinch your cheeks. Give in to nap time. Just power through. Pinch your cheeks.
I suppose I'll try that then. Ah! Oh, the bite is a strong one, but I'm stronger. Oh, just look at the hole. Oh, thanks to you, of course.
Oh, there we go. Lord of the Lake.
That was easy.
Oh, the power of tail.
Attention and strategy, blah, 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 blah. When I say it, I think about the time to call it a day.
Cool, I can make the other dish now, I think.
Oh, look at this. You're not gonna believe the view I'm seeing outside. I'm hitting the brakes.
The gauntlet runner halts at a sandy hollow that suddenly arises from the sea.
The seawall.
The towering seawall. It is not an island or a reef, but a mass of sand expanding below sea level. There is no sign of a water flow. There are many places in Oceania where the laws of nature fail, but here it is especially evident. The surface drops as though it were gouged out. Still, best not to be distracted by the spectacular. Monsters roam the deep, and tales of people being dragged below are not uncommon.
Whoa. I feel like I'm in Chrono Cross right now.
Incredible!
Wow, the sea's splitting too. We're staying on the seafloor.
This is what magma anomalies are capable of. It's the same principle that maintains the water sphere in Brilhaven. But by Jove, this is on a whole other level entirely. Dare? Yeah, are you sure about all this? This water ain't about to come down on us, is it?
You can't swim.
Do you know how to swim, Basilio? Listen, mate, you best keep your nose out of places where it doesn't belong.
Look at this. There's fish swimming in the wall of water. I've never seen such shining fish.
Hulkenberg, what are you doing?
Enough.
You're not thinking of spearing fishing through the seawall, are you?
I was merely considering how I would secure today's allotment of rations.
For God's sakes, we have a pantry for a reason, Hulkenberg.
See those weirdlooking fish without a second thought.
Just gonna fucking eat everything.
I suspect that weird luminescence is a defense mechanism. They gather together in the depths and shine to ward off predators.
Feels like it would make the predators more likely to come after you because they see you so well.
So wicklings that they are, they travel to get together in a group. Who does that remind you of? Must you sling barbs at every opportunity? It's exhausting. Besides, it's only natural for those low on the food chain to seek advantages that compensate for weaknesses. I say, those shining scales would work as excellent dyes. Hulkenberg, my girl, be sure to catch some extra. I'll need a few specimens to dissect.
As you wish. I shall catch enough that we should all dine well.
I would rather you didn't. Supplies we receive in town more than meet our needs. Besides, the sky looks ominous. A storm likely approaches. A storm is coming.
I see.
I see. If that is the consensus, then let us head back. I feel not the least bit of regret, I assure you.
Let's go.
He's got a point. The seawall might even collapse in the rain. I'd rather not stay to find out.
It's Chris, my wisdom. My big brains.
Here.
There you go, lad. A drawing of the seawall. Make sure the glowing fish were depicted as true to life as my hand allows. Give it as a souvenir for Maria.
As the
To freak that girl out even more.
The setting sun begins to lose the light shimmer. The gauntlet runner reaches the calm surface of the reef. Yet the day draws to an end, and all are left to wonder how to spend the evening hours.
What terrible rain. It'll be a storm soon enough. Can this vessel withstand it?
It's doing better than me, at least. Suppose we do owe Forden, if only because he handled that sea monster. Closure, etc.
So unfortunately, Stroll's fucking dead. He's not coming back.
Did we hit a rock out there or something? Back in a mo. I'll go sneak a look outside.
Uh-oh.
Those fool brothers are still abed, even in this tempest? Bloody Parapus. Almost makes one envy them.
Right, I heard. You aren't too fond of the Parapus. They both had horrible upbringings, those two. But they really do have kind hearts behind the glares. They've risked their lives for mine countless times. One time, I asked what I could do to repay them, and they came over all red-faced. We'd like to hear you sing, Lady Juna. Your voice is awful pretty, Lady Juna.
Is this a joke to you? You think an outcast Ujief is in no position to speak ill of the Parapus?
What? No, I didn't mean.
Bloody hell, how does anyone sleep on this old bucket?
Damn.
You feel that shaking earlier? Huh? Could cut the air in here with a knife. What were you two on about?
About how we'll get that lance.
Oh, conspiring while we're asleep, eh?
We don't have to keep dancing around it, do we, Del? Why can't we be straight with him? Just come out with it, yeah? Tell him you still ain't sure that stuff with Glottel was on the level.
If even we're suspicious, there's no way Lord Luis hasn't worked it out already. Not that it matters to me, anyway.
Right.
Still, I had to make sure, see for myself whether Lady Juna is on our side or not.
Come on, you two.
Uh-oh.
Ah! Something's out there! Look outside! It's a monster! A great briny beast! Everyone to the deck! Quick!
We all about to demon die!
What's happening?
Our prep.
Head to the deck once you're prepared.
Oh, shit. Oh, fuck, this is it. We're all gonna die today. Here we go. Of course, I can't possibly go out here on the ocean without fighting a giant fish monster, right? You just can't. It's not possible.
What in God's name is that? Did they say Forden defeated the monster? Yeah, here it is, correct, carousel through a stormy sea. Sea monster's still about. Can't let damage to the Highness's runner.
You having a laugh?
What's this monster problem? Lady Juna gets out, it's your neck on the line.
What do you have to say about this, Del?
Seriously.
Bloody hell, can't stand these floating rust buckets. Talk later, sir, and do something, will ya?
Or fuck you, Fiducio. All right, let's get out of here. Let me go cook a meal real quick. Uh-oh.
What is that thing?
What the fuck? See you, Fidel Castro.
What the hell are you doing? This is supposed to be you helping those in need. Oi, Del!
Holy shit, get that high up. Ah!
No, hurry!
You alright, Del?
You realize this changes nothing. We're still...
Whatever, dude. I don't give a shit. Yeah, fuck. We're gonna die today. Get that?
Is that a human?
Of course it is.
Don't charge straight at it. We've got the arms. We'll clear him out of the way.
Got it. If we don't kill the thing, we're all sunk.
Don't get used to it.
It's Poseidon!
Come on over there!
Rawr.
Here's our chance.
Cool. Friendship is magic. Oh boy.
We'll slice up some more of the bastard's legs, stick to the body, and take out what limbs you can. I don't know about you, but I'm not dying today. Let's get this over with.
I ain't fucking dying today.
If this keeps up, the runner's wrecked.
Switch party members during battle. Oh, that's right. You can actually do that in this game. Press LB to access the order view and then select party. Switching members consumes one turn icon. Or at least it would, except I think I've actually got an upgrade on that so that it only does half now. Let's see.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
I don't think this guy actually has an item to steal. Let me just check real quick. Nope.
Let me help.
Ah! Ow, 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 oh no. Move all out. Oh, dude, this is insanely good. This is insanely fucking good. Move all allies to the front and increase their attack by 2 ranks. That is so fucking good. Let's go.
It's time to strike.
Ow. Damn it, Stroll's dead. Boom. Quality whiff there, dickhead. Fucking break all those things. Ah! Ah! Ow. Damn, he really hates fucking Stroll, doesn't he? Ah! Nuke this bitch. Roar! Whew! Got you, sucker! Oh, yeah. Did her... Actually, I wasn't paying attention. Did her archetype stuff go up at all? It probably did.
We overcame it somehow.
I can't believe this. There are still monsters out here. Forden lied. He lied to everybody.
Either he lied, or he didn't know. Maybe the humans are spreading faster than anyone expected.
Oh, first time we've seen you lot really cut loose. That sure was magic, even with no igniters. Guess that's the kind of power that kills humans. And you can do it too, Lady Juna.
Well, I picked it up from him. You know I've a knack for improvising, love. But we'd never have gotten through this without you two helping us. Thank you.
Of course, my lady.
You too, Fidelio.
Don't mention it. Wouldn't have survived otherwise.
Tsundere Fidelio.
Wait, something's amiss. I still hear water flowing, but it's coming from inside the runner.
Uh-oh.
Blast! We're dipping awfully low. Getting a bit soggy in here, chums.
Hold on, we're sinking. You've got to be kidding.
Bail the water. You two, help us.
What? You can't just order us... Oh, this bloody rust buckets.
This bloody rust... We're saying we're all gonna die! Come on! Come on, Fidel Dong Dealy!
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Pick up your heels. Whew. That was fun.
That was a long day yesterday, huh? Glad we lived to see another morning.
I am very happy that we survived and are still afloat. But after bailing all that water out, it would seem that my poor back was a casualty of the incident.
You really came through in a pinch, I must say. It's all thanks to you that my dear girl is well and safe. Must repay those old bones of yours for their sterling service.
You're right.
Too true. Maybe a day off will get those brothers to lighten up a bit. So how about it, darlings? Let's take a day to just relax and watch the ocean.
Isn't that what I have been doing? It's funny how I still haven't actually unlocked Juna's social link yet. We should arrive at the island tomorrow.
Come on.
I should defeat the monsters, so why not thank everyone for their efforts? Times like this, people tend to open up more.
The secretest of secrets.
Okay, so...
Another Juna dish.
Hey!
I'm confident in you and your cooking skills. If you don't remember, there's no way to cook something. I say a true dish's value comes from its individuality. Its ingredients, of course. How boring it must be to copy recipes. Oh, what a selection we have today. Time to use my talents to the fullest and make only the finest choices. For our base, normally go with this, but let's be down and use this instead, shall we? Yes, I'm on a roll today.
She has like no idea what she's doing.
The ingredients picked and portioned, all that's left is preparation. So where you coming, love? No need to fret, the stage is set. All you have to do is put on a show. Make your dish the star performer. And for the piece de resistance, a final ingredient of my choosing. Sorry, but this one's a chef's secret, even to you.
I made a thing. Wow, our dish is so nuanced, like this game's narrative.
It's called The Secret is a Secret. It's our signature dish now, now soul in the world can replicate it.
And it fully restores my NP. I made 2 of them. Because that's just too good. With 2 lords of the lake. Or fish or whatever.
You really fixed that hole in the runner? Thought we were sunk there for sure. How long you been there for? Whatever, good thing we managed to pull things off yesterday, eh?
So he doesn't seem as defensive as usual. Now might be a good chance to improve things with him. Nah, fuck it. Yeah, fuck you, dude. Interesting, is this like... Do I actually have to choose, or am I like...
Have you been in here there the whole time? You like listening to me sing, do you? Tommy, there's something I want to talk to you about. Do you have a moment to spare?
Behind spirits today. Might be a good time to have a genuine conversation. Oh, interesting. Him too?
What do you want?
What do you want? Trying to guard Juna here. Yeah, he's such a bloody bother. Got something to say, out with it.
So it seems to open up a little bit more.
Leave.
Interesting. Is this like... Hold on. Is it the same thing for like... Heisman them? Would have been a pleasant trip enough for the monster. When such a calamity awaited us. Was I too young for something like that to tire you out? I have a mind to meditate and recover a bit. Care to join me? No, I think I just have to pick somebody. I don't think this is specifically a social link kind of thing. I'm actually gonna pick this douchebag here. Let's say where you have to say Fidel.
Fine, but only a bit. Why don't you shut up about it if I said no?
What do you want?
So, what do you even want? You're trying to get closer to me. You're wasting your time. Why is that? Why is that? You're an open book, mate. You just want to win us over. Well, fine. Suppose I could use this opportunity too. See, I've got one warning for you.
A word of warning.
If you try anything funny with Lady Juna, I'll make you regret being born.
Seems like Fidelio doesn't trust me at all.
I'd remember that if I were you. You done talking? What? Do you think I was going to thank you for yesterday?
Kind of, yeah.
Not at all. Hardly makes a difference if I live or die anyway.
Seriously.
Well, it's true you ended up being the one to save Lady Juna, protect Basilio. For that at least. Thank you.
Well?
No matter what your agenda is.
You really don't trust me. I didn't have time to think. What agenda?
You really don't trust me, do you? Of course I don't. That's how I got this far in the world. Especially while looking out for our Basilio, the dunce. Everything is a threat. Well, a debt's a debt. Think what you want about me. I got my own code. I'll return the favor before long.
Leave.
Don't get it twisted, yeah? That's the end of this conversation. Not out here standing around chatting with the likes of you. Oh, shite. Losing my damn mind out here. Whatever. Here. Now bugger off.
Handmade flute?
Saw Purpose peddler in Brylehaven selling souvenirs. Bought this on a whim. Give me this whole story about sound walls off evil. I'm not planning on dying out here with you idiots. Just for a peace of mind. It was better than nothing. We'll be at the encampment soon. I love you here. Your ship rocks like a bucket in a storm.
Got it.
To that clumsy driver of yours, if it doesn't shape up, I'll throw him overboard and sail it myself. I'm dead serious, like.
Interesting. So you get like a unique accessory depending on who you hang out with? Oh, God.
As the clear surface
There's like a lot of different options here.
ink of darkness.
It's also Stroll and Hulkenberg.
Remote island. The party gets a good night's rest, grateful for the still land that does not sway them.
Well, I have a save beforehand, so if this one's like fucking garbage, I guess I could do somebody else's. Handmade flute. All stats +5. That's pretty fucking good, bro. Not gonna lie. That's pretty goddamn good. I'm actually gonna go dip back and see what everyone else's is. You know what? I'm curious to see what items we get. I just also want to hear what they have to say. When I save, I keep my save there. We'll see what everyone else has to say. So like Basilia would have to say.
Talk with me, even though I'm here to keep you online. Yeah, sure. Let's go topside. Bit pain if Del saw.
Dan?
Got nothing to say, you. Del says I'm keeping me trapped shut around you unless I got something worth talking about. Oh, well, actually, there's one thing. Thanks for saving my brother. Couldn't let that go unsaid. Still, it's a real miracle. It's some weird ship. I mean, why the hell is this so small? Keeps shaking and creaking like it's about to fall apart. The bigger craft, you could just ram into the sea beast head on, eh?
Maybe.
I mean, be fair, we were going to make it to Virgo Island. We'll probably be fine. They'll be fine. Probably. Yeah, what do you mean, probably? Old Luis's run has nothing like this one. Even when it's flying, it's smooth as you like. As smooth as you like. I can flop down the beds and sprawl out easy. Not so much on this ship. That story's from sailor lads. These seas are connected to the hell, they say. Sound like superstitious talk to me. That was what the boss did yesterday in that wave. See, this is what crest waves out in the distance. That means the ocean current's got to be swirling up a storm out there, yeah? It's a portal to hell. Gotta be. That means monsters are probably crawling out there even now. Give any man the shivers. Ugh, should have done more swim practice. Del warned me and he's always right about this sort of thing.
In practicing, you really trust him. You know you can't swim.
Well,
You really seem to trust your brother a lot.
yeah.
Well, Del's the boss here. You keep your mouth shut about me being scared of the ocean, got it?
Here.
This ain't a bribe to shut you up or anything, but here, take it if you like. It's a purpose, John.
White sand rose.
People say it's a good thing to have on you. Everyone in my hometown could tell you that. Now, this was just a novelty shop knockoff, of course. Used to have a real one, but I lost track of it after some fight. Del gave it to me when I was younger. It was smaller than that one. I still remember how happy I was to get it. Crap, I ran my mouth. Are we making camp soon?
Hey!
Not a word of this to Del. All with the charm and not about me. You step out of line and I'm going straight to Lord Luis. I'm telling you.
Oh, it's the same thing. It's the same. So everybody gives you the exact same thing. Well, the effect of it is the same, I mean. That's cool. I kind of want to hear what everyone have to say, though, to be honest. Let's go see.
I wanted to talk to you about the Magnus brothers. Don't worry, I sent them off on errands, so you won't catch a word of this. Anyway, in regards to our dear Fidelio yesterday, I'd like to say thank you for saving him. I'm so very sorry they accompanied us to Virgo Island.
Well?
I know they both jump at Luis's command, but they're really all good lads. A bit sensitive, perhaps.
Got it.
They seem pretty attached to you, Juna.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yes. Well, they're fond of me, I suppose. In my songs, at least. And I do owe them from a debt of gratitude for escorting me around and keeping Luis's men at a safe distance.
What?
On the other hand, I don't think it's wise to trust them completely. Do you remember their suspicions about what had transpired with Gladel? If I'm not careful, I could compromise the whole mission. I think it's about time I stopped being so naive. Deep down, I knew they would eventually become an obstacle.
Hey!
But isn't this just exhausting? How about you sing me a little lullaby to calm me down?
Hope you like warbling.
Leave it to me.
Okay, but don't blame me if you want to cover your ears.
Huh?
Oh, I do hope you're serious. Do sing something for me, will you? I vow to remember it. One day all of us will. let me just say, for whatever reason, when I'm with you, Bizzle, if I can just be myself. Sorry, my arms are just so heavy.
Juna fell asleep.
Oh, wait. Did I fall asleep, Bizzle? And you stayed here the whole time.
Well, yeah, it hasn't been that long. You feel better now?
Wonderful. I haven't believed I dreamed. And it's been quite a while since that happened.
Look at this.
Right here. I meant to give you this, but it skips up in my mind.
And a pearl ring.
It's a charm I bought before we left Brawlhaven. Pearls come from oysters. They take a long time to form. That's why they symbolize growth and prosperity. I bought it myself, but it's a bit too big. Besides, I think you put it to much better use on this journey. Take it. We better get back, If I'm going too long, I'm sure the Magnus brothers will become looking.
Bye.
Once it gets dark, we'll have to prepare camp.
Bah, I give up. 'Tis a fool's errand to attempt to meditate with all this incessant racket. Surely you hear this pandemonium as well, as the cries of all the creatures of the sea.
Can only hear the sounds of the waves.
Perhaps this is one of life's many annoyances that only afflicts the Yugi. The fish in the sea are in panic. Last night's skirmish with that beast has put the depths into a state of chaos. Above all that, however, the surface seems peaceful, complete about face from last night. Its appearance at least calms my soul.
I think it's boring. It's soothing. Just let yourself relax.
I cannot lower my guard yet, especially with those brothers in our midst. Though I suppose even they must realize the futility of agitating a fight on a vessel this small. So, am I wrong to assume that this is your first voyage across the sea? I have never been quite this far from land myself. However, I previously visited the beach with my son. We fished together.
I believe
That holiday occurred at this time of the year. The shore was popular with many others who had the same idea as well. We settled ourselves in a secluded rocky area, far from the crowds. I did not tell him it was because we were Yugi. I did not tell him because we were Yugi. But in hindsight, I so dearly wish I would have stood tall and simply enjoy that moment with my son, though concerned for the judgment of others.
Aw.
When my son pulled a fish from the sea, he said, "I guess fish will bite anyone's hook." In other words, it surprised him that a fish would settle for a Yugi like him. I never stood up to the discrimination. My cowardice, I ran from it. And in doing so, I unintentionally taught my son that there was shame in being Yugi.
Couldn't be helped. That was wrong. Don't linger on it. Can't linger on past mistakes.
I often allow my thoughts to be shackled by missteps. I hope, at least, that I may glean some wisdom by returning to these moments.
My apologies.
I apologize. The regrets of an old man are a poor substitute for a rousing conversation. There's no recompense, but allow me to give you this. Falcon Anglet!
Take this.
Perhaps you have heard of an avian creature which soars across the sky in a manner similar to a shooting star. This is a sort of amulet, crafted in honor of it. That great bird seeks its prey in the rivers and seas, and dives from a great height to seize them. It is a hunter which makes no sound and leaves no trace in its wake. Perhaps it is immodest to say as much, but I like to think I once possessed these same qualities. Ha! One day I will regale you with somewhat more stirring stories of my time in the Shadow Guard. Now that I am reminded of it, I suppose I have served the royal family as well.
Aw. I love Heisman. He's so cool.
Pardon the very ways to go on. An incredible sight. What say you, Bizzle? We come and enjoy the view as well. The breeze is most pleasant here.
Let's do it.
Indeed.
Quite right. Come over here then. Seas are now so peaceful. And when recounting the previous night's events, risk being labeled a liar. In these conditions, we should arrive at Virgo Island tomorrow. Our sailing vessel has held up quite admirably, considering the haste with which it was constructed. One can no longer cast aspersions on Nero's or his talents.
That reminds me.
The calm seas have even allowed Stroll to regain a sliver of composure. He ceased chanting, "I'm going to be sick!" His consternation was most bewildering.
Being on the sea makes him feel unwell.
Stroll has said as much, yet just simply the nature of the seas. I find it quite odd that anyone would be felled by something so mundane. My first voyage at sea was also characterized by a clash with a temperamental storm. The waves forced the ship onto its side. and the wall and floor straightened their rolls most suddenly. The storm howled through the rooms, and I was forced into the deck with a great tumult. Consequently, I simply tied myself to the ship so that I could not be forced off. I read a book until the sea calmed itself.
Of course you did.
This trip bears little resemblance to my prior voyage. I was openly mocked when I stated I was searching for His Highness. Particularly rude cur yelped. Do you think that corpse took the royal yacht across the sea? Of course, I received naught in terms of assistance. Time passed indifferent to my concerns, or even my perception. Maybe the princess truly died, and the fault lies with me for failing to propel such an attack. Such thoughts became my constant companions during that time. Searching for His Highness was my stated goal, but think on it now. Perhaps I was simply looking for an appropriate place to die.
It'll be fine.
You no longer need to feel that way. You have plenty of allies beside you.
You deliver such thoughtful words with an effortless haste. Hope is with me now, alongside a multitude of comrades who fight beside me for His Highness's sake.
Sorry.
Apologies. I should not be so free with my thoughts, especially with the brothers Magnus amongst our ranks.
It's alright. Tell me more about your travels. Do you like the sea? Please, I'd like to hear more about your travels.
You are curious.
Truly, they may not contain anything of interest.
Take this.
Ah yes, I have something I want to give you. Temper your expectations, it's but a trinket. Temper your expectations, but it's the same accessory everyone else is giving you. Quite some time ago, I passed through a port town and received this from a fortune teller. Supposedly it wards off the sea's myriad dangers. Pure superstition, assuredly. However, after receiving it, I was stricken with fever and bedridden. Some days later, I learned that the ship I was originally board was lost at sea. So perhaps there is some truth to its abilities, which is why I now pass it on to you.
Now then.
The sun will soon retire. The encampment that Nero spoke of should be visible to us soon.
These are nice. It's funny how Fidel gave me like the least though magla. Or mag, I mean, which I guess shouldn't be surprising.
I've been trying to think of ways to outwit Luis, but all my ideas feel full of holes. An idea comes to me, but I end up thinking, Luis isn't dumb enough to fall for that. I'm stuck from there.
You know, if you're having trouble,
well then.
And I'll help think of something.
Well,
it does seem like ideas come more freely to you. Really never cease to amaze me.
right.
You know, I recall when I met you back at the recruitment center. They were slinging all sorts of accusations at you, but you handled it with such grace. Next time I was in the carriage, the roads were so rough we could hardly keep our asses in our seats. But there you were, reading a book of all things. You're a right strange one, but I liked you too. Never imagined I'd be entrusting my life to you as much as I do now. My duty as a noble compelled me to protect you as one younger than I. But now, I really do think of you as a true little brother.
Aw. You're the little brother here. Big bro.
Hold on.
My big bro Leon?
Huh?
Nope. Sorry.
There's something wrong with that. Right, I'm afraid not. But seriously, I am grateful. I have someone I think of like a brother. Grateful to you.
Aw.
You've really helped me out by being there for me. Well, here. In life, I mean. Right. Well, since I'm already oversharing, might as well give this to you. Here.
Knacker bracelet.
It's a handcrafted item I picked up in Brawlhaven. I was told it was made from a blue seashell. It's said to ward off sea disasters, since these seashells must survive the deep sea to wash up on shore. I think us surviving that attack last night proves it works, eh? Hope it continues to protect us on our journey. To all of us, you are irreplaceable. That's why I want you to hold on to it.
Got it.
It's like we've entered the reef area. I think we can set up camp around here.
It'll be alright.
Tomorrow we'll arrive at the Virgo Islands. Got to get that Lance Luis mentioned at all cost.
And we have to kill them all to get it. Yeah, it's funny. I've noticed that depending on if you get a blue one here, it's a Lumaby. But if you get the red one, which seems to be a bit rare, you get the Lumeter moth or whatever. So it is actually a little random when you get at the campfire. All right, guys, this seems like a good spot to end things here for now. That was fun, man. This is really good. I'm actually glad that they had Basilio and Fidel like hop on board with us, so we could like kind of get to know them better. It's pretty cool. Maybe they'll end up being my party members at some point as well. Then I don't know. Like, I wasn't really expecting Fidel to ever, like, kind of come around to us. But I guess only time will tell. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoy this episode. If you did, please Please leave a like and a favorite and subscribe if you're not already. Become a picky penguin aboard the SLP, where the days are always sunny and the vids are always funny. And as always, guys, till next time, stay classy.